We just witnessed one of the wildest Super Bowls ever, and nobody is talking about the moment that actually decided that game. What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to Goat Talk. Unfortunately, Sal is not with us tonight, but don't worry. Still have me, Greg, and Chris. The Super Bowl is this past weekend, so we're going to start with that. Chris, you being the Pats fan, let's jump to you right off the bat.
Okay, so the only thing I really have to say is it's baseball season. No, I'm just kidding. So obviously the probably the most snooze fest of a Super Bowl, I think that's been ever. You could argue. I don't know
Patriots
about ever,
Rams was
but
worse.
it,
That was terrible.
it was. But notice there's a common denominator in there where the Patriots are in it.
You said it, not me. You said it, not me.
So it's interesting because I actually did feel really good going into the game. Just the way that we have played and the defense has played. And the defense, I mean, you gotta give it to them. Like the only reason why it wasn't a 40-point blowout is because of that defense. But you got outplayed at pretty much every aspect of the game. Offense, just quarterback play in general. Offensive line play was horrendous on both sides, but way worse for the Patriots. Um, I'm shocked they didn't give the kicker the MVP, Myers. And then I think the big takeaway from this, I mean, obviously you have the entire left side of the rookie guards and left tackle Will Campbell, Garrett Wilson. It's just what I don't know what the answer it is because they have both been not great at all in the playoffs. Um, and again, you get out coached, which I thought was very shocking given the coaching staff that we do have, but it was clear and obvious. Like we got out coached severely. Um, but I will say this: one of the bright spots, I I believe the hype around Christian Gonzalez as being one of the best cornerbacks in the game. Period. Blank. You hand him a check in the offseason. You'd say write out whatever you want, and you give it to him. He made some of those plays, and he's probably one of the only reasons why it wasn't like 40 points. Um,
Yeah.
that's really all I have because there are no real positives. I mean, the touchdown to Mac Hollins was sick, but you were also like 60 minutes late. So
Did you think a
it's
comeback was possible when they scored that touchdown?
um I mean, anything is possible. Like we've seen crazy shit this year when it comes to comebacks, late game enders, all that shit. Um, but as soon I don't know when did he throw that really bad interception on the go route? Was that
The
how much time was left in the game? Was there like 5, 6 minutes left? Or
that
maybe
was
even
I
less
I
than
thought
that.
that was like end of the third quarter. Oh no, end of the third quarter was the fumble.
The fumble or
Yeah.
the
So
interception that was
so
almost
the
like a fumble.
interception on the deep route, I think there was probably like 3 minutes left, something like that.
I mean, so just the way that the defense was playing, I thought there was a chance. I mean, they took care of the football. They did what they had to do to win. Like Sam Darnold didn't blow your doors off. I mean, Walker R9 definitely blew your doors off. Like
Yeah.
he had 100, what was it, 168 yards, no touchdowns, but I mean, if you have 168 yards, you're going to wear out a defense. And that's what I
Hmm.
think really what happened towards the end. That's why they were putting up more points than we saw through the entire first half is the defense was coming on the field after like a minute and a half on the bench because we just kept going three and out, three and out, three and out. And
Yeah.
there's only so much the defense can handle, especially very high pressure heavy blitz defense that we have. And I think Seattle did the same thing, and Drake May and the offensive line just could do literally nothing with it. What was it? Is it was it Witherspoon? He had like 3 sacks on Drake May, and they just ran at him. They just blitzed him like
Yeah.
four straight. He had no answer. They had no answer. You just got your doors blown off, and I literally think the only positive is Gonzalez in the defense. But even then, it's like I I'm speechless. It's baseball season, and then just focus in on the off season on you know bolstering that offensive line and signing back some key guys. I think that's the real the real need for this team.
Well, how you said like how you just said like the Seahawks they took care of the ball, right?
Hmm.
So actually, fun stat, they are the first Super Bowl champions to go the entire postseason without a turnover. They didn't have one
That's
single
so
Crazy.
turnover
impressive.
It's
this whole
crazy,
That's so
postseason.
impressive.
Like that's insane. And then
especially with
another
given
stat,
how many interceptions did Sam Darnold throw this year?
they had the second most turnovers in the regular season as a team.
And then zero in the
That's
playoffs.
Zero in
crazy.
the
That
postseason.
That's
almost seems
crazy,
sketchy.
Yeah.
crazy.
Zero in the postseason, which is
They got
crazy.
sticky balls, sticky gloves, holding on to it.
A,
Yeah, I
Another
don't like
crazy
that kid.
stat from that game is Drake May had 295 passing yards. 235 of those passing yards came in the fourth quarter.
Yeah,
Crazy.
yeah.
That at the
I
end
saw
of the
the
third quarter,
lines.
they had 5 first downs.
I saw the line. It was between him and Darnold. Like if you're just basing it off of the stats that they put into like the QBR, the interceptions,
Mm,
touchdowns, yards, technically Drake May had a better game. Which you're
Yes.
thinking about that and you're just like how? It's one of those games where like as watching it, the game was over at the end of the second quarter at halftime. Like
yeah,
we had
they didn't have to
we
throw the ball. Like
they
they
did it.
just ran
They
it.
because they knew, and I think they figured that out though. Like those couple deep ball routes and the coverage of the secondary of the Patriots is what shocked me the most. Besides Gonzalez, he made that one play. Was it Shaheed downfield where he
Yeah,
literally
yep.
that was amazing,
Hmm.
which I thought would get the offense going, like spark them, get them going. You literally couldn't do anything on offense. I think Ramondre went for like a couple first downs. Drake May was throwing behind guys, but again, I don't really blame Drake. I mean, he had a terrible game. I'm not trying to say that he's like inexcusable, but it is really hard in the National Football League to be a really good quarterback and then also to have like zero point 0.5 seconds to get rid of the ball before you are just planted into the ground.
He was getting
And that
demolished.
happened like
Yeah,
constantly throughout that whole game. That's where I think a couple of the miscues on him, like with the deep ball interception, he threw behind Hunter Henry a couple times. Um, Again, they say if it hits the receiver in the hands, he's got to catch it, but also the quarterback's got to help you out too. And I just don't think all around on the offensive side was just miserable, just
yeah,
straight up
and I
miserable.
think the thing with the Patriots, right, going into this game, and I'm not going to sit here and lie to you. Being a Bills fan, I loved watching it. It was nice that they lost.
Yeah, yeah,
But
yeah.
the thing that with the Patriots, right, going into this postseason or going into the Super Bowl, they played great defenses, right? But the Seahawks were the best defense. They never saw a defense like that. And given they played good defenses in the AFC run, but the Seahawks offense is 10 times better than any other offense that they saw. So a high-powered offense like that with the best defense in the league, not even trying to be like biased, I just didn't see the Patriots winning this game because Seattle was that good. Like
This
and
is a
we
playoff.
just talked about, Sam Darnold didn't even have to really do anything. Their defense is just that good, and Kenneth Walker just had a day. Now, I'm not going to discredit the Patriots defense. They played a great game. They kept them somewhat in that game all they could. Christian Gonzalez is now, after this performance, a certified dog. Like he is very, very good.
Kraft better give him a blank check and just be like, "What do you want, dude?"
Yeah.
Like whatever. He is the cornerstone of that defense.
And now
Absolutely.
I don't think that a lot of people are really talking about the moment that could have decided this game. And I don't know if decided is the right word because it was kind of the first drive. It was very early in the game. But the Cooper Cup catch on the sideline that looked where he actually bobbled it. If they don't give him that first down, they probably don't kick the field goal. They probably end up punting. Given I still think the Seahawks, it just kind of delays it a couple more minutes
Oh
and
yeah,
Seahawks
yeah.
win this game very easily. But it was interesting to see there was no challenge or anything on that.
I think it really goes to man. I don't like shitting on my guy because I've been giving him his praise all years. I feel like everybody has. But it's just that gamesmanship that I don't think the Patriots were ready for. Like, did you see how quickly the Seahawks got to the line to get that snap off so they couldn't challenge it? And I think that was the big thing. You just got you I think Joey, this is proving my point in a different way. Like if Belichick is on the sideline there, granted, a lot of crap is going on with Belichick, so we really don't know what space he would
Hmm.
be in. But if it was the 2018 Patriots or something like that, that challenge flag would have been on the sideline 2 seconds after they blew the play dead. So
He probably doesn't
I
even
don't
have to
know.
challenge it. He's going to get that call.
And you know what? It's again, it was really early in the game. It was literally the first drive, right? Was it
Yes.
not?
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
so if you're Vrabel, I don't know if he was trying to hold on to that timeout because you would lose that timeout if you would lose
Hmm.
the challenge. I don't necessarily know if you could think like that so early in the game because there was still so much game to be had in his head and everybody's head is just like, okay, it's like the first play of the game. And in reality, we really that entire first half, all we needed was a touchdown and a field goal, and we're winning at halftime.
Yeah.
So it's so hard to say that if that decided the game or if that quote unquote changed the game. It was just such a weird play and just such weird timing of the play
Hmm.
that because I guarantee you if that play was in the third quarter or like at the start of the third quarter coming out of halftime, same score, 9-0, I guarantee you Vrabel throws that challenge flag.
Yeah.
Yeah. I could see that. And I kind of want to jump over to Greg here and get your takes with Darnold being, obviously we all know he was the Jets' first round pick. He was the number
Uh-huh.
3 overall pick. Now you see him as a Super Bowl champion. What are your thoughts?
I'm happy for him. I'm glad he's no longer seeing ghosts, and I'm glad he can pass that along to Drake May. That is a win right there.
Don't put that on
Um,
me.
but in all honesty, right, it wasn't like Sam Darnold carried this team to the Super Bowl or to the Super Bowl. He was great, but in this game, he did not carry anybody. He did okay
Hmm.
at best. That defense is ferocious. That
Yeah.
team as a whole is just ferocious. I'm going to be honest, Chris. The Patriots did benefit from a weaker schedule this year. That's no secret, and they ended up running into an absolute buzzsaw of a team in the Super Bowl. Like this team is, in my opinion, far and away the best team in the league.
Hmm.
Um, they just played fantastic. They were all over Drake May. Like gave him 0.0 chances, right? And it's not
Mhm.
like Drake May played atrocious. I mean, he didn't have much to work with, right? He had a couple of really, really nice throws, I will say. Um, but at the end of the day, like they were pressuring him like it was the '07 Giants against the Patriots and Brady that one year, right? Like
Mhm.
they were on him.
Mhm.
And that's a method that won, and it worked. So good
Hmm.
for Seattle. And I'm going to be honest too, the Patriots are going to be back. Let's Drake May is.
Really?
I'm not saying they're going to be back next year, but they're going to be good for a while. Drake May is real.
So
I think he is the real deal.
a quarterback that made the Super Bowl in their second year has never returned to the Super Bowl in NFL history. So if Drake May could get that done, that's impressive. And it's going to be
It's Hall
interesting
of
how you
Fame.
brought up the schedule. Now they have a first place schedule next year. It's going to be interesting to
Mhm.
see that. And then on Seattle's side of the ball, it's official that Kubiak is now officially the head coach of the Raiders. So they lose their OC. Darnold loses his guy. What do you guys think as far as that move and him going to the Raiders? Do you have any expectations in that? They're going to have the number 1 pick. They're going to take Mendoza. Do you see any
No,
success happening?
no, it's the Raiders.
Really?
Same
Yeah,
thing.
he's
The
like a
same thing
couple
as we drafted
years.
him. It's
It, it's it's all
yeah.
gonna rely. It's all gonna rely on. I think is if where's Max Crosby at the start of the season
True.
because he is the quote unquote locker room guy. He is
Hmm.
the vet on that team. You know, I don't know enough about Kubiak to really make that determination this early on. Has he ever had a head coaching job before? I don't think so.
Mm-mm.
Right?
Nope.
No, not even in college or anything like that.
I
I
don't
mean, maybe.
believe so.
Yeah, I don't think he has. And so it's going to be very interesting like who they bring in as because the Raiders I don't necessarily think the Raiders have a head coach problem. Obviously, they just don't have anybody right now, so you have to
Starts up
fill
top.
that role. But
Yeah.
it also starts with the talent that you're putting on the field. You literally have one of the best defensive players in the entire league,
Yeah.
and he's wasting, like absolutely wasting. You have a really good, you could say all Pro Bowl running back, Jaunty, but they need help. Like
Hmm.
there's no receivers, there's no offensive line. You have I mean you have Bowers, but he missed like what was it? How many games? He missed a majority of the
He missed.
season
Yeah, he missed a lot this year.
with a knee injury. And then you bring in Geno Smith, who granted had a really good year with Seattle last year, and then he comes to the Raiders, and it looks like he's completely forgotten how to play football.
He's back in the Jets and
Yeah.
the Raiders.
it's
Yeah.
so so I mean I think it's a step in the right direction because you bring in a guy that has success. Like you bring in Pete Carroll last year as like an experiment. I feel like because like he how long he was out of the league. He wasn't done coaching for like a year or two before that. He's older. He's like what 73, same age as
He's
Belichick pretty
pretty old.
much.
He's up there. I think
And
he's
Yeah.
older than
so
Belichick.
you bring in a younger guy who's probably going to be more relatable to the players. You bring in a guy who's coming off of a Super Bowl win. That's also huge. And you're getting your first overall pick, who is definitely going to be a quarterback.
Yeah.
I don't want to. It's definitely not. I don't think they're going to be like in a playoff push next year, but I definitely think there will be a little bit of an improvement. And it's just how you build on it. Like one year you're going to have improvements, and then the next year you improve on those improvements. But you can't. Football is such a weird game. It's not like baseball where you can let the players develop for years down in the minors and then bring
Hmm.
them up. Football is right now because your career is probably only going to be maximum 3 to 5 years.
Yeah.
Like it's such a weird sport like that. So it's all about giving it time and really like with the ownership, you just have to invest in the players as well as the coaching staff. They have the coaching staff now. Now it's time to bolster up that lineup, surround Crosby and assumingly Mendoza and Jaunty with players.
Yeah, and I feel like you got a feel for Gino, right? He had, like you said, he had a good year with Seattle.
He
He
had a great year with
leaves.
Seattle.
Seattle now wins the Super Bowl, and the Raiders now have the number one overall pick.
Yeah.
So it's like
Woof.
you see, like preseason, like I think it was the preseason game, the Seahawks versus Raiders. Gino comes out, he starts getting like booed by a couple people. He's flipping off the crowd. Not a good look off the bat, but I feel like you gotta feel for the guy. But I mean, back to the Super Bowl. I want to ask you guys on your thoughts in Cooper Cup. Does he have anything left to play for, really? I mean, given he went with the Rams, he won a Super Bowl. He goes to the Seahawks, he wins another Super Bowl, so now he has two rings. I mean, to me, I don't really see he has any more to prove.
No, I think he's getting kind of to that point where he should hang it up. To be honest with you, it's not the same guy anymore, right?
Yeah,
Like,
I agree.
um, that's my take on that.
Do you think it's more he just doesn't have enough in the tank or he's a part of like a different offensive system
Not enough in the tank.
with
He's
the
trending
Seahawks?
downwards every year.
How old is he? Is he 30,
30,
32,
32,
33?
32.
Okay.
But since
Yeah.
that year in 2021 where he had almost 2,000 yards, it was then 800, 730, 710, and this year was under 600. So it's
Yeah, I
trending
mean, that's
downwards.
a massive drop. And I think
Hmm.
like and I don't want to say it's so much the offense that he's in because even when he was with the Rams, you saw his numbers decrease
Drop.
significantly when they brought in Puka. Puka automatically became the number one target for Stafford. and he just
Mm.
completely took over Cup's role. So I think, yeah, you saw a big downgrade from Cup. He had a great Super Bowl. He played very good in that game. Um, to me, yeah, if I'm him, I think that you go out on top, right?
Yeah, unless you want to just collect paychecks,
Well,
which honestly
yeah.
doesn't
Not a
sound too
bad
bad.
idea.
No, it doesn't
Well,
sound too bad at all.
do you is he in the Hall of Fame?
No, God no. He had one incredible year.
I mean,
Uh,
he won a Super Bowl MVP, dude. Like that,
Still,
you can't deny that. And it was one of the greatest receiver years ever.
and
How
now he
many
has his second ring.
yeah, but
second ring?
I think it wouldn't. He certainly isn't the first ballot Hall of Famer.
No, definitely
I'm
not.
not. I'm not saying that. I'm just asking if he does in fact, because we're talking about it, we're having the debate.
Yeah,
If he retires today, whenever the eligibility is up, is he a Hall of Famer?
hasn't been in the league long enough. Only 9 years.
That's still pretty long for the NFL, though.
I
I
think
I don't think
yes.
so. I don't think so. But again, we won't know for another 5 years at least. But if
I
It's
want to
that.
say
That's it.
yes, but like
his
I'm
peak
also
was long enough.
looking it up, and he is currently not even top 50 all time in career yards.
I don't think he gets it. His peak was way too short.
That is crazy, though. He has a Super Bowl MVP, 2 rings, and he's not in the Hall of Fame. And I do think it's because of the fall off. Obviously, like if he
Yeah,
continued to put up like 800, 1,000 yards, that's different, right? Like then absolutely he's a Hall of Famer. But you see the regression since that year. Did he have a major injury
he was
since
just out a
the
lot of games.
2021 season?
I don't know specifics, but he had the 2022 he only played in 9 games. Then the year after that was 12. The year after that was 12, and then this year was 16. So he missed a lot of games.
Yeah.
So I
So
think
he
it was
left
just
the
yeah.
Rams due to injury concerns, it says.
Hmm.
Like they just
But
didn't want to pay him.
he
They
was
didn't want to pay him
released
because he was a
after several
liability or
seasons plagued by ankle and hamstring injuries. 2024, he suffered an ankle injury, missing several games. 2023, hamstring injury. 2022, high ankle sprain, surgery. 2018, tore ACL. So he tore his ACL in 2018, but
okay.
then 2 years later, 3 years later in 2021, we see the triple crown he has, and he wins, Offense Player of the Year, almost 2,000 yards, Super Bowl MVP. I think just because of that, I think he is a Hall of Famer. I don't think it's first ballot. I don't think it's second ballot. I don't
No.
think it's
Yeah.
like it's down the road, like kind of to where he's almost going to be off the list forever. But I think eventually he does get in.
Hmm.
Interesting. Yeah, it's a really interesting case because you see the success and like he's got 2 rings. Like
Mm-hmm.
I think that alone. I mean, granted, did he put up the numbers in the second one as he did in the first one? No, I don't think he'll ever be able to replicate that. But the
No,
fact of the matter is, he has 2 Super Bowls, and one of them he has an MVP in. So
yeah.
like that definitely carries some weight when it comes to that kind of conversation.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I agree with that. I mean, I think to say the least, I think we kind of covered it earlier. It was pretty much a snooze fest of a Super Bowl.
Yep.
But I think with that being said, I think it was a very good defensive battle Super Bowl. Both defenses played amazing. Seahawks obviously had the upper hand. I think they had the better defense. They had the better offense. Um, Darnold didn't have to do much. K9 kind of set them up to where Myers was just chipping left and right with basically having all their points besides that late AJ Barner touchdown. But I mean, you guys have anything else on the Super Bowl?
Not really. It was just
I'm speechless. I am. I really was. Like
I
I'm
get
like
that.
I don't know what else we could have done besides bring the tight ends in to help Will Campbell earlier. But even then, I don't think it would have helped. I just you just got blasted. And listen, you just have to. There's no other way to describe it, right? I'm not going to sit here and be like, oh, this reason why we lost. If we just did this, I'm like, just no. You just got your doors blown off, and you come back and you regroup. And hopefully next year, we know it's going to be much more challenging next year. Like you said, Joey, it's going to be a first place schedule, increases difficulty significantly. I'd be interested to see how they respond within the first couple weeks after the final game of the year getting trounced on national television.
Yeah.
So,
and the thing, what I do want to say to you, Chris, from a Bills fan, honestly, congratulations on even making it to the Super Bowl. You guys had a hell of a season that nobody expected. And you are 10 times a better man than I am, because if that was the Bills yesterday, you would not see me on this call right now.
I was thinking about it. I was thinking about it this morning. I was just like, man, do I really want to do this today? But you know what?
For me, for like 2 weeks, if that was the Bills last night. And I'm not even kidding. Like,
I
would go into hibernation.
Check over to your place, man.
Seriously. Like, people would think that I was probably be missing.
Oh,
you're a man of the people, Chris.
Yeah, you really are. So credit to you. But I think it's everybody's favorite time of every episode. Greg, the floor is yours. What do you got for the ball bet this week?
So, got to be honest with you, it's going to be kind of one out of left field, considering we have been primarily talking football the last, 3 months? This is not going to be a football one. Unfortunately, there's not much else I can say about football. I'm not going to make a bet about who's going to go where, because that's not for a while. Not much else we can do. However, I'm going to go very much out of left field here and make a college basketball bet.
Ooh, okay.
I do love me some hoops, right? I'm clearly not a good college or good basketball player, but that's okay. My bald bet. Give me Kansas over Iowa State. That might sound very random, but Kansas is the number 9 team in the country. Iowa State is the number 5. I'm picking a little upset here. I'm on my first winning streak ever in bald bet history, so I might be breaking it. The winning streak is 2, by the way.
Dude, the only bald bet that hits, man. The only bald bet that hits. Unbelievable.
All part of the plan, buddy.
That's what we got to talk about. You haven't won a bald bet since Jonathan Taylor was in the MVP conversation.
Bullshit. I bet the Patriots to win in the championship in the AFC.
He did.
Did you?
He did.
Oh, he did.
So
okay.
I'm on my
Which one was the one where you were talking your shit? You were just like, I'm going to go against the Patriots because I always lose. Was that against Houston?
Texans.
That was against Houston. Okay.
I wanted it. I didn't get it.
Dude, it's been so that literally feels like a year ago. Those games.
You've aged about a year in the last 24 hours.
I aged a year last night watching that fucking offensive line.
This season did go by. I just feel like really like it felt like yesterday we were talking about Jonathan Taylor and MVP conversation, and now the Super Bowl's gone. Now football's gone for months.
Didn't go fast enough for me.
I feel like that's every season, unfortunately, for you.
It won't change. It's just like clockwork.
But the ball bet this week, we got college basketball. I love that. Unfortunately, this was officially our last football episode for probably a couple months until late March or April, whenever the draft is. We'll do something on the draft. We'll do an episode on that. But yeah, football, it's a sad day. It's a bad day.
Mm.
Football is gone until next season now. You guys got anything else to add before we wrap it up?
Is the XFL playing?
I gotta pick my favorite CFL team before it gets too late.
Do they run on a whole totally different schedule, like time of year wise?
I think so.
Do they?
Good.
I think.
Yeah, I gotta get into arena
I don't know.
football. I gotta get into arena football. That shit looks.
I love it. Arena football is actually
each
awesome.
other all the time.
Yeah,
dude.
Arena football is awesome.
Go. I gotta find one close around here.
I love it.
All right. With that being said, as always, everybody, thank you for tuning in. We appreciate all the support. If you're new here, like, comment, subscribe. Don't forget, all these episodes are also on Spotify, so check us out on Spotify. Follow us there. Give us a listen there. I got to change my outro because football is officially over. So we're gonna jump off and say Caps year.